Capricorns, welcome to this channel. This is your monthly reading for me. Thank you for being here. I hope you all are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Okay. All right, Capricorns. Capricorns, what's coming through for Capricorns? Okay. So your cards are in the center of the reading. You have Four of Cups. This is a Celtic cross, okay? And crossed by 10 of Swords. And in the subconscious, you have Seven of Cups. In the past, you have Page of Wands. On your conscious position, you have Ace of Cups. And future is Ace of Swords. Advice for the month of May, Nine of Pentacles. And environment is Two of Wands. And opportunities, you have Lovers. And final outcome card for May, Eight of Cups. And back of the deck, you have King of Cups. So Capricorns, this is someone, it could either be your energy or someone you are dealing with. It could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy coming through. Okay, maybe these signs are in your chart. If this is you or whoever this person is, they have things going on, but looks like they are putting up a brave front. They are not showing it. Yes, is what I'm seeing. If this is your energy, looks like you are riding the wave, my dear. You are in control, and you are not showing your emotions. You are handling things beautifully. This is emotional maturity. But and at the same time, what I also want to say is you don't want to push things down, because what I am seeing here is Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups here has to do with sensitivity. If you are feeling a little bit emotional, then it's like maybe you are not sharing it with anyone. Okay, there are a lot of things happening emotionally and mentally, and maybe you are not letting anybody know. And it could be it could also be that this is emotional detachment, and you just want to make sure that this is not indifference, right? Because that's not a good place. Detachment is okay, like when it's the sometimes what happens is when we come across something like very confusing, sometimes we need a break. We need to detach, meaning step away from that situation. We need to give it some time and space, and also take a mental break so we can find the right solutions, right? So it could be that for some of you guys, maybe you are just detaching temporarily, and maybe when you are ready, you can come back and figure out whatever this is, right? On the other hand, it could also be if it's a pattern, that is a dangerous place, right? So when we come across anything challenging, we don't want to run away from life, right? Because life is going to bring it back to us, whatever we are running away from, right? So it will flow back to us. So it's important to face our challenges head on, right, and find solutions. So that is what I have to say about this. Okay. um, yeah, and also we have to make sure indifference is also not a good place, because we don't want to create anything from a space of indifference, right? Especially in close relationship, that's not a good thing. It affects relationships. So just be aware of this. This is this is your card for final outcome. And we come across that, like, we become a little bit indifferent when we lose hope, you know, and when we lose hope and we know that, okay, you know, this situation is not going to change, it's things like that. So um, then in that case, it's important to have an open conversation. Here it feels like maybe you are not communicating, you are holding everything in. um, yeah, you know, so just be aware of what's going on. Okay, in the subconscious you have seven of cups. Seven of cups here has to do with, yeah, seven of cups here has to do with too many things on the plate. So this is like a, it could be, it could be that it's a busy period, and you have several energetic investments is not what I'm is what I'm seeing. So with both these cards, it feels like maybe you know, you are being pulled in different directions. It could be people's opinions, or it could be something that you are trying to do. There are too many, everything is up in the air, you know. So it's like yeah, so it could be, you know, dreams, imaginations, all the things that you want to do, all the things you have to do. And but yeah, mentally a little bit stressful. It could be you stress. Okay, maybe there are lovers is here, and nine of pentacles is also here. So it could be that you are beginning something new. Ace of cups, ace of pentacles, a new beginning. Okay, so it could be that maybe this has something to do with that. You have several things, something new is on the horizon. So it could be that you have several things to do and you are planning and preparing, and you have big plans, and but it's mentally a stressful situation. It could be that you are brainstorming and coming up with new ideas, things like that, and everything is up in the air. So it's important to be aware of this energy so you can stay more organized and calm. Okay, so you can enjoy the whole journey. If you are feeling all over the place, then it's you won't be able to enjoy whatever it is that you are building here. um, okay, so and at the end of it you will also feel exhausted, you know. So it's important you just pause, rest, relax, sleep, and focus on one thing at a time. If not, it's important that you balance your energies. Okay, nine of pentacles is in your is the advice card. The advice card is to slow down, Capricorn. See the snail here? Here. So this has to do with slowing down and breathe, rest, relax, step away from the noise, and just focus on you. When I said that, what I mean is how you are feeling about things, you know, and your body, what's going on in the body. So it's important you remain peaceful. Okay, and go with the flow is what I want to say. But at the same time, this is you. The advice here is to, maybe some of you guys are already doing it. If not, then the advice here is to be appreciative of the present moment, because there is something amazing happening in the present moment. This is you feeling a little bit distracted. I don't know. I think something like this came through for your last reading as well. I think it was your full moon reading or your weekly reading, something like that. Yeah. So this something amazing is happening in this moment. You know, it could be a turning point. Lovers. You know, however, it feels like you are not there. You know, it could be that you are planning and preparing, your mind is there, you know, things to do, you know, but because of that you are not enjoying the moment, and then when you look back you will feel regretful about things. Okay, so it's important you slow down and pause, breathe, look around, what's going on, who is around. and things like that. And it's also important you appreciate the beauty. When I said beauty, it could be anything. Uh, it could be family, friends, whoever is with you, or it could also be a beautiful morning, or the dress you are wearing, maybe. Things like that, uh, yeah. So spending time in nature will be really helpful during this time, and also just focusing on beauty. So yeah, stop worrying about things, Capricorn. Okay. And looks like you are rising stronger. So see, this is in the center of the reading, and this is your immediate future. So this is number 10 and this is 1. So it feels like you are rising stronger. It's like you coming across some new information, new insight, or it could also be a conversation you are having with someone, um, or it could also be your own intuition, because you are taking that time to take care of yourself, and your intuition is kicking in and you are listening to it. Okay, so that is helping you let go of whatever this situation is that you are overthinking, and you are rising above, rising stronger. This is cutting through all the illusions and imaginations, assumptions, and this is you, a sharp mind, you being clear about what you want and then going for it. Okay, amazing. So this is a new path, Caprice. A new path is opening up. So it could be a turning point for some of you guys, and something to do with choices, your decisions. It could be the day-to-day choices you are making, how you are spending your time, your energy, or it could also be, those bigger decisions you are making. Okay, so but looks like, this is a great, this is great energy. So it could be that you are coming together. So you also have Ace of Cups here, and next to it you have Lovers. So this could be something to do with important relationships in your life. Okay, so maybe you are beginning something new. um, those of you who are looking for love, it could also be you meeting someone. Yeah, you are meeting someone, and maybe you are having an open conversation, a transparent conversation, and that is helping you make decisions. um, and maybe for some of you guys, you will also have to travel. This is in the environment, invitations, and you will have to travel to meet this person, maybe. Or it could also be other relationship. Okay, those of you who are not looking for romantic love, then it could also be, something to do with your parents, your close relationship. So your parents, your siblings, uh, or your kids. Okay, all right. So what else? So whatever this is, in May, whatever it is that you are beginning, Capricorns, you are ready. Okay, and yes, so if you are doubting yourself, then you know you need to let go of all the doubts and confusion in your own mind, and things like that. So this is clarity, and that's, your energy is shifting now, which is amazing. um, yeah, confusion is okay, but it's just that when you are confused, you don't want to make any decisions. It's important whenever you are confused and not don't know what to do, it's important to put that away. Don't think about those things. Instead, take care of yourself. Do something that you enjoy doing. Spend time in nature. Go to a spa. Things like that. Eat something nice, something healthy, and that will change up your energy. And that's the advice card. So when the energy is shifted, you will come across a sudden realization, an aha moment, some new insights. Okay, and you will also listen. So, when we are overthinking things, when we are holding on to our own ideas about things, it's not possible for us to listen to what's being said. It could be people around us. Maybe there are certain things they are they are talking about, but we are not seeing anything. We don't see things, we don't hear things when we are mentally exhausted, right? Emotionally exhausted. So when the energy is shifted, that's when we notice things. That's when we hear things, and we truly hear, and also we see, we notice things, we pay attention. So that will be like a big aha moment for some of you guys. So taking that break, slowing down is important. On the other hand, it could be that maybe you are not well. Yes, if you are not well, it's important you take a break and uh, make time for you. That's important. You are questioning yourself, Capricorns. It could be like this is self judgments, you questioning yourself, you coming across some self doubts, or it could also be people's judgments. Maybe they are, yeah, you are being pulled in different directions, maybe their opinions, their judgments, and things like that. So shutting down external noises is important, so you can hear yourself. So pay attention to your own intuition. Four of Cups is in the center of the reading, and Ten of Swords. This is what I was talking about when I said, when we are mentally and emotionally exhausted, sometimes it's not possible for us to see what's being offered. That's what this energy is. Maybe there is, it could be it could be that someone is coming up with a new idea. It could be a new perspective, a new way of doing things. And this, or it could also be invitations, some offers, opportunities. But with this, it feels like either you are in your own world, maybe, and you are not seeing it, you are not hearing it. Okay, because this is what's happening. But you have these two cards, which is amazing. Looks like the energy is shifting. And if you are not feeling well, then this is also recovery. Okay. Yeah, being more present is extremely important, Capricorns, because you don't want to miss anything that's happening now in this moment. Okay, maybe something beautiful is happening, and you might miss it if you are not paying attention. You know what to do, Capricorns. Okay, um, you don't want to look for solutions and answers outside. um, Maybe are you waiting for something or someone to get on board? You have Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is in the past position. It could either be your energy or someone else you are dealing with. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if you are looking for someone's approval, it could be, something that's not in your hands. It could be something to do with government, or authority figures, and maybe, maybe they are taking their own sweet time. And if that is the case, what I'm seeing here is communication. Okay. Yeah, this phase is ending now. On the other hand, it could also be the general energy. Okay, you are, it's like you want to be somewhere else, you want to do something else, and you are not here now. And whatever is, maybe there are something amazing happening around, but you are not available for it. So it's important you see the bigger picture with this card, okay? Don't get distracted by the surface issues, Capricorns. Instead, it's important everything that glitters is not gold, right? And at the same time, opposite is also true. I don't know what I meant by that. So, yeah, it has to do with our assumptions, our imaginations, what we are seeing, how we are seeing things. It could be our experiences, it could be the opportunities that we are coming across, it could be people in our life, it could be, energy of a situation, projections. We only see what we want to see, right? And maybe there is another truth that we don't know yet. Okay, it's because from where we are standing, when we look at something, we only see one side, and in order to see what's on the other side, we have to remain a little bit flexible. We have to go around it, so that's what this energy is. You seeing something clearly, even though in the subconscious you have this, but you are also coming to the surface. You are rising above your own emotions. It could be that you are aware of what's going on and you don't want to make any emotional choices and decisions. This is you asking questions, you being assertive, you sharing your thoughts, you having an honest conversation, even though it's actually making you feel a little bit vulnerable, but you are still doing it. And it's like, you know, the card is reminding you to be curious. Meaning, if you don't know something, then it could be learning about it, it could be having a conversation, it could be asking the right questions, things like that. So maybe that will help you put this away. Whatever is, the thinking and analyzing part. So maybe with this, it feels like you are seeing more clearly now. You are seeing the complete picture, you know. So, and that's helping you make some powerful decisions and move on, maybe a new path. But whatever decisions you are making, Capricorns, uh, it's important you take some time, give it some space, some time, because it's important to know whether it's an emotional, if whether you are making some emotional choices and decisions here, or whether this decision is coming from a place of clarity and clear understanding. Okay. Think about writing things down. Ace of Swords. um, so that way you yeah, that will help you organize your thoughts. On the other hand, it could also be when it comes to your career, your business, it could also be you collaborating with someone, partnership is coming through here. And it could be that you are working on a new project maybe, and you have been quietly working on it, like brainstorming, and maybe you are coming up with new ideas. And um, yeah, look at these cards, it's very um, see, you have Seven of Cups. This is, um, energetic investments, scattered energy all over the place. And then you have Ace of Cups. This is in the subconscious and this is in the conscious position. So you have several things going on inside you. That's what I that's what I was talking about when I when I saw King of Cups, that's exactly what came through my mind. It's like there are several things going on inside, but on the surface you are calm. You know, you are being brave, you are controlling, you are being in control of your own emotions. You are not, maybe you are not sharing it, things like that. So this is happening underneath, this is on the surface, peace. You rising above your emotions, clarity maybe. And then you have in the center of the reading, you have this 10 of swords, and then in the future you have ace of swords. So this is going away, and this is what you are moving into. So maybe that will happen if you have a conversation, clear conversations. So yeah, when it comes to your business, it could be, or a project that you are working on, it could be that you are collaborating with someone, and maybe there are like a lot of ideas and things that you guys want to do, and you are brainstorming and you are coming up with that one single idea that you can focus on. So this is a sharp mind. After a phase of overthinking and overanalyzing, now things are clear, now you can move forward. So, and it's also like you are trying some new techniques, things like that. On the other hand, it could also be announcements, uh, announcements, um, something close to heart. Okay, it may have something to do with close relationships, maybe yes. On the other hand, it could also be a project that's very close to your heart. It could be speaking engagements. Maybe you are speaking about things that matters to you the most. Ace of Cups. Maybe you are working for a cause that's close to your heart. Community work, things like that. Or it could also be speaking engagements, or writing about something that you are really passionate about, things like that. So it could be a new project like podcast and speaking, writing, things like that. All right, so if you are not feeling well, then it's important you take break, but this is recovery. Something to do with your back, or it could be something to do with your teeth, maybe. Yeah, I do. Teeth. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you are coming across. Let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Spirit, please give us a card for Capricorns. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of, Capricorns? Capricorns, if you are feeling a little bit, sensitive, or if something is bothering you, with the lovers, it feels like with the lovers, this energy is reminding you to look at your own feminine nature. Okay, your own emotional nature. Maybe this is asking you to create some kind of balance in your life. Feminine is nurturing, caring. It could also be maternal energy coming through for some of you guys. Okay, maybe this maybe it could be spending time with a parent, or it could be something there that is a little bit emotional, that is making you emotional. Or it could also be you taking care of yourself. Feminine is about nurturing, caring, and focusing on our creative side, our spiritual side, slowing down, centering our, balancing our energy, spending time in nature, listening to something that we enjoy, something that's soulful, you know. So maybe that's where the solution lies. Okay. Or it could also be connecting with a, yeah, something to do with maternal energy. Or it could also be your own feminine nature. Okay. You being your own parent, maybe you taking good care of yourself. Maybe that's the new path. A new opening, a new path is opening up for you. And you are making some decisions here. This is a card of empowerment, self-empowerment. So this is you staying in your power, Capricorn, asking for what you want, being assertive, sharing your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas and things like that, and making your own decisions. So that's lovely energy. Lot of invitations. Yeah, invitations. Looks like you are saying no to some of them. Looks like you are connecting with someone. You are reaching out to someone and having a conversation. What I'm also seeing is an apology. Someone is feeling a little bit apologetic. Keeping it in check. Yes. King of Cups. You are being in control of your emotions. You are not getting carried away. So the message here is number 8 has to do with strength. So you are being, like I told you, power, staying in your power. You are being strong and handling things, whatever the situation is, you are handling it beautifully. Okay, yeah, number 8 has to do with strength, which has to do with courage, inner strength. Okay, staying in your power. So the message is, pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. I told you, yeah, slowing down, your advice card. That totally goes with this. So it looks like, yeah, be aware of emotional choices and decisions. Looks like maybe there are certain things you are not seeing at this moment. Like I said, this has to do with projections. Okay, so we see only what we want to see, but maybe there is another story on the other side that you are not seeing at this moment. So for that to come into focus, you might have to maybe take a step back and really, or conversations is important, things like that. That's important, so you can see the full picture here. Okay, before you make any decisions, pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So let me read this out to you. Number 8. It could also be, like I said, something to do with your health, or it could also be your teeth. Something there is, if you are doing something, like if you are thinking about doing something, maybe, don't make any important decisions. Sorry, don't make any impulsive decisions. Instead, maybe sit on it, sleep on it, and wait for some time and see what happens. Okay, maybe you know, you will find a new idea or a better place to get this done from, things like that. So beauty related uh, things, if there is something you are thinking about, maybe, you know, don't um, yeah, maybe it's not a good time. It's important you do your research, find out where you are getting it done from, who, things like that. So paying attention to the details is important. By being more aware, you can learn how to be comfortable in your own vulnerability. Pay attention to what's going on. Be sure to evaluate a situation and how it makes you feel. If you are feeling exposed, worried, or vulnerable, consider what's causing you to have these emotions so you can release them. It's time to get back into the flow of your life. Make sure you are not trying to control outcomes or what's going on around you. On some level, your intuition is trying to counsel you. Pay attention to your dreams to receive more clues. This is not a time for action. Sit back, make some observations, and find out what's happening at the core of the matter. Ask yourself some basic questions about what you want. Clarifying your intentions may help you reevaluate what you are doing. Sea otters live near shore environments. They gather their food from the ocean floor. They prey mostly on sea urchins. They are credited with controlling damage to sea kelp by reducing the number of sea urchins. Sea otters are believed to understand the emotions, the mind, and the subconscious, and indicate the importance of being receptive to and aware of your own emotions and those of others. Stay tuned in to clearly determine what you want and don't want. There you go. So that is something we already covered, Capricorns. It's important to know. Looks like, it's yeah, this is a lot mentally and emotionally. So it's important you stay away from the noise. It could be internal or it could be external, to really understand what you want. Okay, and then it's important, when you find out what you want, it's important you talk about it. But before you make any decisions, it's important to find the clarity. Okay, here the clarity is not there. Here you are getting that, finding, you are you are getting that clarity here. But it's important to, before making any decisions, it's important to see the bigger picture, have a clear understanding before moving forward with anything. So it may be not a good time to make important decisions. So the advice here is to just have patience. Okay, and yeah, and you will know what to do when you are ready. So Capricorns, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in my next reading. Have a great month. Bye-bye.